Welcome to NKTelco Sports presented by Grand Lake Health. We are here at Bluffton University's Copeland Court to bring you high school volleyball tournament action, where the Minster Wildcats take on the New Bremen Cardinals in the district semifinals. Tonight's game is brought to you by American Trim, First National Bank, Keyhole Pizza, Winners Meats, NKTelco, Frost Roofing, Hometown Opportunity, Minster Bank, Fly Gym, Precision Strip, Schwederman Pharmacy, New Knoxville Supply, Fowler's TV, Wilson Health, Cy Schwederman, Carriage Works, and Kogi Plumbing, Heating, and AC. Welcome everyone here to Bluffton University, Copeland Court here in Bluffton, Ohio. I am Brandon Coderman. My color commentary tonight, Mr. Michael Herna himself, and we got a rivalry game in the MAC here for a right to play in the district finals here on Thursday night, and it's going to be a good matchup.
I was just thinking that while we're sitting at center court is about the least smart place for us to be with all these big New Bremen hitters before this one gets started.
Yeah, for sure. Got definitely a ton of big hitters across the front line for the Cardinals.
Look at the first time these two teams played, 3-1. Minster jumped out early, 25-17 in the first set, but kind of awoke the sleeping giant, as a lot of teams have done with New Bremen, 25-14, 23, and 19. And this is a team that has only grown stronger during their 14-match winning streak in New Bremen.
Yeah, New Bremen definitely very dominant so far. I watched them play against Marion, and they look like a well fine-tuned machine. I mean, making it past 2 runs to the state tournament, winning it in 17 and losing it last year to, I believe, Tiffin Calvert last year. And Minster's got a challenge ahead of them for sure, but you know, there's a winning culture in Minster, and they know how to play. That school knows how to play in tournament time. And yeah, you look at Diana Kramer on your screen. She's really changed that culture in New Bremen. Brought it over from what she had in State Henry. I believe she won a state title while at her alma mater, and comes to New Bremen and absolutely builds a culture. It's rare you find coaches like that to do the overhaul work that she's done.
Yeah, 52 wins, and like you said, the state final win and state final appearance the last couple of years. 22-1 on the year, and you know they are so well spread out, and that's what they do to teams. That's what they did to Minster the first time around. Whether it's coming at you with Josie Reinhardt or Taylor Paul or Macy Putoff, they can do that, but their passing is what has been so good for them this year.
Yeah, Minster has definitely got an uphill battle tonight. 15-8, good solid record here, coming in at a 4 seed in a really tough Bluffton district.
And there you see the Minster coaches too, and you look at what they've got. Emily Stubbs been playing very well, Ivy Wolf, and a handful of honorable mention selections, but a lot of the reading about Minster is they don't really care in terms of individual honors. Yes, it's nice, people recognize you, whatever, but they come up at 15-8 on the year. They've improved in the MAC the last couple of years, and they want to show tonight, hey, we can play, and not only play well, but beat teams like New Bremen here in these districts.
Yeah, definitely going to be an uphill climb here for the Wildcats, and we'll have it next for you here on NKTelco Sports.
At Grand Lake Health, we offer urgent care services within Joint Township District Memorial Hospital. Upon arrival, each patient is greeted, and healthcare professionals assess the level of care required. Urgent care services extend your access to quality health care, complete for non-life-threatening problems. Our state-of-the-art facility and host of diagnostic and treatment options allow you to receive the treatment you deserve in a timely and courteous way. Grand Lake Health Systems, the highest quality health care for you and your family.
American Trim's story started in 1951, and our long family legacy continues today. We are a third-generation family-owned business with locations in Sydney and Walpock, and we're hiring for manufacturing positions on first, second, and third shifts. Part-time and full-time positions are available for entry-level and skilled individuals. Please apply at www.amtrim.com or in person. American Trim is a proud sponsor of high school sports and our communities. Come be part of our story.
Welcome back here to Bluffton University. here for this district semifinal matchup here between Minster and New Bremen. Definitely MAC rivals for sure. Battle of State Route 66 here on Copeland Court here at Bluffton University. And things kind of change here. You're used to 2 line judges from homeschool, and you get 4 OHSA judges now.
Twice as much fun, twice as many eyes watching to see what's going on.
I think it's definitely, it's hard to pay 4 judges for 2 matches. So
comes out of somebody else's pocket, I'm okay with it.
yeah, and then you see a pretty good crowd on hand on both sides, and should be a good matchup. And so we're getting into the starting lineups for both squads.
For the number 4 seed, Wildcats from Minster.
What's crazy about the way that this worked out is you see the starting lineups on the screen, the coaches, and Kami Garman there for Minster, but it actually is one of the rare times that the bracket works out chalk and you have the top 4 seeds. There's been a lot of, with soccer and volleyball this year, a lot of upsets of a lot of teams who thought they would be in this round, but not here, not tonight.
Yeah, they're introducing head coaches now, and Kami Garman, I believe in her 8th or 9th season down there. Diana Kramer back in her 4th season here at the helm of the New Bremen Cardinals. Has won the district every year she has been at the helm at New Bremen as we go for the non-starters through the Wildcats here. So a lot of success, and she had a lot of previous success at her alumni, St. Henry. We talk about how pretty much every MAC head coach comes from St. Henry. It's definitely like the
It's a cradle of
production.
coaches.
Yeah, cradle of coaches. It's kind of like it's Miami of Ohio of volleyball in the MAC.
You look at the Bremen, 9-0 away from home this year in true road games. They go 3-0 on neutral floors. 65-12 in sets won and lost. They beat Kalida in the sectional finals 3-0, 25-13, 25-8, 25-15. But what's been most impressive during their 14-match winning streak, 40 out of the 47 sets they've won. Just 1 loss on the year. They've got things going in the right direction. Kami Garman for Minster, as you look at her starting lineup in her 9th year, 108-84 overall. Lost at New Bremen on September the 19th, but just a big performance and a big win against Arlington in the sectional finals, 3-0. They've won 3 straight, 9-2 in sets won and lost in that span, 25-13, 19-19, and not only Josie Winter and Ivy Wolf with a tremendous amount of kills, but also Caitlin Wolf. We're going to talk a lot about her. She and Claire Pape will set the offenses for their respective teams.
Yeah, definitely New Bremen, a real powerhouse of a team in their hitting. You think the other year after Paige Jones, the University of Michigan volleyball player, after she left, how would their hitting come along? And it came along really just as the season kept progressing last year, and then this year, and they just picked up where they left off last year. And their hitting, it's hard to stop. And you're going to see tonight Josie Reinhardt be set behind the 10-foot line, Macy Putoff be set behind the 10-foot line. That's a big question. Will Minster be able to pick up on it? Will they be able to stay on their heels? I mean, that's definitely what New Bremen does is push people back off their heels, get them in uncomfortable situations, and gets free balls as you look here through the New Bremen lineup. And you look at someone like Josie Reinhardt, who had just committed to the University of Tiffin. Saw on social media the other day, I know you had that written down. And this is just a well-rounded team. MAC honors pretty much consistently. Diana Kramer was co-coach of the year in the MAC. So
Coach of the year in Ohio last year. You look at the keys to this contest, brought to you by Keyhole Pizza too, and you're going to see a lot of the same things. You see be aggressive, serve, receive for the Minster Wildcats. That was a big thing the first time around. Minster 70 errors and 1,142 opportunities receiving, and you look at New Bremen's keys, 96 errors and 858 chances. It tells you both teams are very good at ball handling, and this is a New Bremen key from start to finish for Diana Kramer. They want to come out fast, start strong, get out 5, 6, 7 points right out of the gate, maybe make Minster, like you said, uncomfortable, have to call a timeout. Then it's just a matter of every plan goes out the window.
yeah, and as we get here going, Emily Stubbs and Diana Heitkamp are going to check in for their respective clubs in the libero, and they're both wearing white, so
High fives.
that's kind of interesting. And yeah, the high fives. I see a lot of cheers that New Bremen do, or kind of little things they do with each other, so kind of well-rounded unit.
Also keep in mind, too, as I see as Minster brings in Emily Stubbs, look at the wrap that she's got around the midsection and down around the upper part of her leg.
Yeah, pretty hefty bandage there.
See how that plays out as we go along.
Especially for your libero, as Caitlin Wolf gets us started off, picked up by the Cardinals. Kaylee Friend gets it picked up by the Wildcats. Ivy Wolf will just get it over, picked up Macy Putoff. Pape outside, and just long from Taylor Paul to start off, and Minster draws first blood.
You know, if you're Minster, you have a couple of balls that go sideways, you're able to fight back. Emily Stubbs showing that she's all right, and you get that first point. That's a big first point.
Gets your confidence up a little bit. So go outside to Paul, and she'll redeem herself, and now get New Bremen knotted up here at 1-1 on our first National Bank Think First scoreboard.
We talked about Taylor Paul right before we went on as she initiates the first tie of this set. I said she's going to have a big night from that outside hitter spot.
And a Heitkamp back to serve. Elite serving from New Bremen, set outside. And they'll go for Ivy Wolf, and long determined by the back line judge, and New Bremen takes their first lead of this ball game here in set one.
Talk about elite serving, 16 aces a match on the average for New Bremen. They come in just 88% on their serves.
We'll talk about it. Diana Heitkamp with the first error of the game, serving wise.
I'm not going to be allowed in New Bremen now.
Ivy Wolf back to serve, a star point guard of the past two state champion basketball teams in Division 4. Macy Putoff gets it by Wolf, and the Cardinals reclaim the lead.
She had to go low to try to get that one when she dug it out. Caitlin Wolf never really saw it as it whipped into the table.
Taylor Paul back in the service now. Picked up by Wolf. Set the net. Picked up. Goes back on the side. Nice block there by Macy Putoff, and Claire Pape getting their forehands up there. And really good aggressiveness at the net by the Cardinals to get the point there. As Ella Messer tried to get it over, but just couldn't quite get there with the big arms of New Bremen.
It's that big start I was talking about if you're New Bremen.
It's outside. Dana Prenger. Oh, sorry, Josie Winter, excuse me, with a booming kill. Big point as Ella Messer goes out for the Minster Wildcats.
She's going to be a good one. 6 foot and a sophomore the next couple of years for Minster.
Dana Prenger now checks in.
Stubbs doing the serving for the Wildcats.
Ashton Heitkamp gets it in the back line. Ivy Wolf misjudging it.
I don't know if we have a replay of that, but that's about as close to nailing right on the back line as you can get. There you go.
And we aren't going to get the ball
Trust
in
me.
view.
You have to take my word for it. Claire Pape, 28 aces on the year. She now takes over the serve.
Go outside here. Picked up by the Cardinals, and number 32, Avery Wolf, puts it away. Minster back trailing by 1.
It's a beautiful side out because, again, it's a lot of what Minster has done successfully to teams this year is they've pulled people out of sorts and then just able to dunk it in the other way.
Short serve picked up by Reinhardt. They go to Pape, back to Macy Putoff, picked up by the Wildcats. They're just going to have to get it over. Free ball for the Cardinals is what they want. They're getting their offense. Pape will go outside Josie Reinhardt, and she gets in the kill column. Josie Reinhardt, the future Tiffin volleyball player, with her first kill of the match.
She's got a couple of teammates too. Claire Pape, a junior, as you see the replay, just signed to play at Purdue Fort Wayne, and Macy Putoff is going to go track and volleyball at Indiana Wesleyan University.
And there's a miss serve by Macy Putoff.
Unforced errors. Sometimes you want to force the other team out of what they like to do. Sometimes they get you.
5 here as Josie Winter back into service. Pape goes outside, calls Reinhardt's number, picked up by the libero Stubbs. They'll go out to Ivy Wolf. Wolf looking for the long kill, picked up by the Cardinals. What a great play. Picked up. Who's number are they going to call? They're going to call number 23, Dana Prenger, picked up by the Cardinals. Outside Reinhardt, and just long. But what an effort to come back there for New Bremen. And it results in a hitting error on Reinhardt.
Yeah, and you can credit them for as hard as they work just to get back to this point, but that you're fired up and so much zip on it, just the wrong turn.
Ashton Heitkamp gets over, picked up by the Minster Wildcats, and picked up back by Reinhardt, back over to the Wildcats. They'll go out to Ivy Wolf, looking for the lead, picked up Cardinals. Reinhardt just gets it over, picked up at the net. Ashton Heitkamp battling back and forth. Who's gonna win it? Up at the net, and it falls out of bounds. And point will go to New Bremen there. Kylie Friend got it off a Minster defender hand. There's a lot of action there.
Yeah, it is Dana Pranger, the junior, who it went off of, and she tried to forearm that one. Unfortunately for her, she couldn't get Ivy Wolf in a position.
And there's another service error. Not a back up here at 7. 3 service errors. And I am sure that is killing Coach Kramer over there. And she is big on the serving and just having the best serving team.
Amy Himmelgarn serving for Minster for the first time as she comes in on the subs.
Short serve, nice serve. Minster will pick up a free ball. They'll go out to Ella Mesher, picked up by the Cardinals. Pape calling Reinhardt's number. Picked up there by the Wildcats. Ivy Wolf over, picked up by Diana Heitkamp. Over to Taylor Paul, and it's just in. She gave it a little air and kind of a little off-speed look there, and just fell in the back line. You're kind of shaking your head, smiling. Do you like that?
It's amazing. Again, I said Taylor Paul was a player to watch out. 5'9", jumps out of the building. First team MAC, as you see the replay. 214 kills on the year, and trust me, that was a good one.
Reinhardt with the serve, picked up by Wolf. Go outside, and that'll be the first double hit of the game. There on the setter, number 24, Caitlin Wolf.
And again, try to get in your opponent's head a little bit. You win those big points where it really, it's just one, it took one step too far points. Now Minster behind by 2.
Ivy Wolf with a nice kill, but it's picked up by the Cardinals. Kill attempt there.
But the guy in the front row was nervous.
Picked up there by Pape, and she's going to be called for a double hit. So give and take a little there. Minster not going away. Unforced errors. I'm sure Coach Kramer not enjoying it over there.
That's not a smile on her face. You see the Minster bench, they are a little bit happier about it.
Not at all. Picked up by the Cardinals wearing their alternate grays, and that ball by Taylor Paul into the net, falls back on their own side, knotted back up at 9.
It's a 5th tie now.
And back into service again, Caitlin Wolf. Looking to get a 3-point stretch here and for the Wildcats to reclaim the lead. No control taken here, knotted up at 9 on our first National Bank Think First scoreboard in the first set. Go outside to Paul, picked up by the Wildcats. Caitlin, up to Caitlin, or Avery Wolf, excuse me, and the Wildcats reclaim the lead.
It's their first lead since 1-0.
That's crazy as you look at the replay here. Brought to you by Winter Quality Meats. Gets
Just
through Diana
Heitkamp's hands.
They're picked up by the Cardinals. Outside to Taylor Paul, picked up by the Minster back line. Ella Mesher just gonna have to get it over, and she will not have the power to get it over the net, knotted back up at 10.
It's kind of an indirect mistake, so to speak, because Wolf has to run a long way, does Caitlin out of that back row, and when she did, it sort of discombobulated everything else. Now the 6th tie through the first 20 points.
And a Heitkamp, and that's long. Minster will take that all day as the 4th serving error on the part of the Cardinals.
And this is what Minster wants to do, is make a run here, get out to maybe leading 15-10, make New Bremen take a timeout to regroup.
And nice block at the net. That was the combination of Avery Wolf and Ella Mesher there. Macy Putoff was coming through like a freight train and blocked at the net. I do believe that was.
Yeah, Mesher.
Yeah, wow. That was a resounding block here at Copeland Court. 12-10 Minster lead, their largest of the game. Short serve by Ivy Wolf. Picked up. We go out to Taylor Paul, call her number. Picked up by the Wildcats. It's going to have to be free balled over there by Josie Winter. Battle at the net. Who's going to win it? It's picked up by the Wildcats. Ivy Wolf just going to have to get it over. Ashton Heitkamp, Pape. Out to Reinhardt, and that's long. 13-10, Diana Kramer signals timeout there. We'll take one with them. You're watching high school volleyball on NKTelco Sports.
Hey Minster, this is Nate Henry with NKTelco, and we're here for you for your existing cable TV, internet, and phone service.
Hey Botkins, I'm Brett Gerstner with NKTelco, and we are here for you and to help you operate your business network.
Hey Maria Stein, I'm Ken with NKTelco, and we are here for you with Hometown Pride.
Hi Rishi, I'm Tim Metzger, and we are here for you for your installation of your telephone, cable TV, and internet.
Contact NKTelco at 1-888-NKTelco.
Back here at Copeland Court here at Bluffton University for this district semifinal matchup here between MAC rivals Minster and New Bremen. And Minster taking control here off of a ton of sloppy play here by New Bremen, Michael.
First time these teams played, again, Minster took set one, but it was forcing New Bremen out of their sets, and they've done exactly that, out of their spreads, out of their comfort zone. 13 attack errors in the first meeting. Minster actually had 15, but they don't look like that team right now that's scared of the defending state runner-ups.
Pape will set outside of Taylor Paul, blocked by Ella Mesher, but picked back up by the Cardinals. Macy Putoff will just get it over, picked up by the Wildcats. They'll go outside Josie Winter, and she gets a kill that's signaled just out of bounds, but it was a screamer down the line. Did not have a good view. As you see our Winter Quality Meets replay here, our bird's eye view. Yep, good call. Easily, that's a couple feet.
Get that one up in the seats above the way. They saw it.
Over there by Avery Wolf, picked up. Claire Pape will set it over to Reinhardt from the 10-foot line. Ella Mesher with the block. She'll get it back over, and there's a point for the Wildcats. Ella Mesher sticking with it. What a play there.
I don't know if we have the replay, if you'll be able to see it on the replay, but watch Mesher, the bright blonde right there at the net. She has the biggest smile on her face when she makes that block.
Emily Stubbs, the libero, back in the service. Barely any movement on that ball. Claire Pape will try to get it over the net, but will not be able to do so. 15-11, Minster Wildcat lead, and Emily Stubbs looking to expand that, the senior libero.
Pape tried that no-look version of getting it over. Try anything different at this point to get your momentum back if you're in agreement.
Claire Pape out to Ashton Heitkamp. She tries to get it over, and that's long. 5-point lead.
That you can hear it. I actually said 15-11 before the timeout, but watch how this ball is. Again, another just will not fall in for Bremen. You can hear the Minster section behind us on every point.
And Macy Putoff long again. But you know, if you're Coach Kramer, it's just going to happen every once in a while, you know. Just got to stay calm, stay with the course, and stick to the fundamentals at this point.
Well, and again, also, she can go back to the fact they lost the first set, 25-17 the first time, but didn't panic and rallied in the next three.
Outside Avery Wolf rejected there at the net.
Putoff and Heitkamp able to make that double block.
Getting the four paws up there. Macy Putoff and Ashton Heitkamp, that combination right there.
Be wings if they're Cardinals?
I think they would be, yeah.
I'll buy paws if it's
I like
Minster.
that. I like that. Good idea.
Now you've got to build on that if you're New Bremen.
And they do. They get their wings on it. And there we go. New Bremen inching back closer within 4. 17-13 here on our First National Bank Think First scoreboard here.
You absolutely cannot make an error in the service game if you come up with Claire Pape right now.
Your Minster, you got to continue to get them out of their rhythm. They're going to try to get it over there, but immediately the double hit is called.
And it's threes right now. 3 straight points within 3.
It'll be interesting to see how Coach Garman here to our left will coach this. You know, a 3-point run here for New Bremen. A 3-point run here for New Bremen. Short serve picked up well by the Wildcats. They'll go outside Avery Wolf. She's rejected at the net. 4-point run for the Cardinals. And she's going to call a timeout. We'll take one with them. You're watching girls high school tournament volleyball here on NKTelco Sports.
New Knoxville Supply Company, the supply source for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. We specialize in plumbing products from many name brands, electrical products from replacing a light switch to rewiring an entire house, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal products, sheet metal ductwork, installations, and service. We are now housing more inventory, so all the hardware items you need to complete the job are available right away. New Knoxville Supply. Stop in, call, or check us out online at newknoxvillesupply.com.
Back here at Copeland Court here at Bluffton University, where the Minster Wildcats lead the New Bremen Cardinals 17-15 here on our First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Just 17-11 ago in a blink of an eye, and a 4-point run here for New Bremen forced Coach Garman to take a timeout.
Yeah, and I think it's one of those things with New Bremen. You've been here before. It's a lot of the same girls the last 2 years, 52 wins for the last 2 years, and they don't panic.
And picked up here, Minster needs this crucial point. They'll go out to Josie Winter, who's been their best player so far. Battle at the net, and
I'm shocked they gave that to Minster, yeah.
I would say missed signal there by the judge. I was going to say that I thought the Minster player was over the net there with their hand. I was going to say he missed signaled there.
I think there was a lot of missed signaling on that one. It should be.
I think he signaled the wrong way initially. I think he meant to give it to New Bremen. I've officially done that same thing before, so that's the right call there. Short serve, picked up, hit over, and long there by number 23, Dana Pringer. And knotted back up at 17, and the New Bremen faithful clapping their hands with that. So look here, Pringer just a little long there.
It's the 7th tie, the first since it was 10-10.
Pate back in service. Another short serve picked up by Stubbs. We'll go outside Avery Wolf. And they'll signal officially the point to Minster.
Said Reinhardt was in the net.
Yeah, it looked like it was about ready to bounce. However, the Bremen player was diving after that. So Minster reclaiming the lead, snapping the 6-point run there for the Cardinals.
Credit to Wolf, though, that had some heat on it.
It did. Josie Reinhardt going to bring some heat herself, picked up by the Wildcats. They'll go outside Josie Winter, battle at the net, picked back up by Minster. They'll go outside Dana Pringer, and she gets a little help from the top of the net, and it spins and falls down for a point for the Minster Wildcats here.
Watch how hard this ball is hit. It's the knuckle down on the floor, and it drops just in front of the back line.
It got a little help there from the net to not get to the libero either to get possibly picked up. As Avery Wolf back in service. Pape is up to Ashton Heitkamp. She tries to tip it over, but it's picked up. Ivy Wolf from the 10-foot line. Picked up by Heitkamp. Pape over to Putoff, and Putoff hits a screamer that can't be quite picked up by Minster, but a great effort to even get 3 hits on that.
Tell you what, you want to go back and look at one point. Yeah, Minster doesn't win it, but you want to show their hustle as a team right now. That 1 point will show you exactly that.
19-18 in favor of the Wildcats here. They just led 17-11 not too long ago. Macy Putoff. Up in the back row, Emily Stubbs. Battle at the net. And Caitlin Wolf tried to tip it over. Reinhardt picked it up, but couldn't get it in bounds.
Kind of rolled down the tape and went off the pin. Now the pressure's back on New Bremen.
Josie Winter with a knuckleball serve that's picked up by the Cardinals. Kylie Friend long, and a 21-18 advantage for the Wildcats. And this bench is giving each other high fives about every point. So this bench here for the Wildcats is fired up.
I love in the front line what Dana Pringer has done, though, for Minster has been kind of that general as she almost gets hit in the back of the head by Josie Winter. So the service mistake, and that was what haunted New Bremen early, as they had 4 of those in the first about 20 points.
Yeah, that's what really dug them in their hole, and credit to Minster staying the course to keep New Bremen from not making a run. Go outside, Ivy Wolf set behind her. Shot to adjustments picked up by the Cardinals. So go out to Josie Reinhardt, and Reinhardt with a kill. 21-20 in favor of Minster still.
That play is actually set up by, you'll see the end of it. Watch where Wolf is here in the front court, but when it comes off of her finger, it was set up by, she was a little out of position from the previous ball that she had to go get.
Ashton Heitkamp looking to tie it up here for the Cardinals.
It's a big swing
by Minster. They'll get a free ball here for Bremen at the net. Pape to Kylie Friend. Picked up by the Wildcats. So go out to Ivy Wolf. Wolf hits a screamer, and I think they're going to call the Cardinals in the net. That is what they're going to call. They're going to call it on. Really put up 2-5.
I think he meant to say 3. But
yeah.
I don't know. That's interesting, though, because now you're in New Bremen's head if you're Minster. You've got them arguing with the officials.
Laney Hemmelgarden in the service. Josie Reinhardt will get another kill.
I think that's what he was signaling was 5, was Josie Reinhardt. The cross-court winner for New Bremen brings it back within 1.
Kind of like an I formation right here. Look at
Reinhardt.
that. Look at that I formation there by New Bremen, football coach Chris Schmidt. And there we go, number 12, Ella Mesher, who's had some key blocks, gets a, kind of like a rub route, kind of curl route type thing.
Swinging gate.
Gets
slammed it shut right into Bremen's face.
And Minster within 2 points from taking set number 1.
If they get 25, you're not going to be able to hear anything in here.
It's picked up by Minster. Screen there by Taylor Paul. 22-23. Diana Heitkamp, they get back to their opening server. So that's some good news there if you're Coach Kramer.
Heitkamp 55 aces as you look at this replay. Now back live as she puts it across.
Winner picks it up. They're going to go out to Avery Wolf, and that is going to be long. Knotted up at 23 here, so who's going to gain the upper hand?
8th tie in this first set.
And Coach Garvin wants a timeout. We'll keep it here. I'd like to thank our sponsors for tonight's game. American Trim, Frost Roofing, Hometown Opportunity, Minster Bank, Plygem, Precision Strip, Schwederman Pharmacy, New Knoxville Supply, Fowler's TV, Cy Schwederman, Wilson Health, Carriage Works, Kogi Plumbing, Heating and AC, and Grand Lake Health is proud to bring you this production of NKTelco Sports here. Brandon Coburn along with Michael Hearn. The district semifinal matchup. The winner of this game will get the winner of the next game here between two NKTelco schools, New Knoxville and Marion Local, which should also be another great matchup.
It is not great outside right now. It was rainy when we came in, but it is warm and loud here in the Sumner Center.
And up here at 23 at Copeland Court. And a Heitkamp big serve here. Knuckleball serve and nice read by Josie Winter on the back line. Her face is red because she knew she would have swung for that ball. Couldn't possibly going out the way that ball was rotating. So set point here for the Wildcats. Picked up by Reinhardt. They're going to call Macy Putoff's number, and the senior with a nice kill and nice elevation. Good call to go to your senior leader.
I don't think I'd call any other number. I'd just keep dialing 8 over and over and over. Watch how hard.
Boom.
Right through the middle.
She's just absolutely on top of that. Taylor Paul back in service, looking to give New Bremen the advantage. Picked up Ivy Wolf. But there they'll go out to Avery Wolf. And blocked. Nowhere in the vicinity. Macy Putoff putting the Cardinals on her back, and now got set point here at 25-24.
What I say, keep pressing that button. That is the first New Bremen lead since 8-7.
And just at the right time if you're Coach Kramer. Taylor Paul picked up by Emily Stubbs. Go outside, combination block, picked back up by Minster. Ivy Wolf from the 10-foot line will get it over, picked up Diana Heitkamp. Go over Pape to Putoff, and she finds the back line, Macy Putoff. What an end to the first set. New Bremen takes set one, 26-24 here. Copeland Court here at Bluffton University. We'll head a commercial break, come back with set number 2 here on NKTelco Sports.
At Wilson Health, we're extending care beyond the walls of the hospital, with resources designed to keep you in charge of your health.
Our independence and connection to the community are unique in a world where big healthcare strives to act like corporations.
Our tools may be the same, but we are different.
We're neighbors, friends, and family who truly care about the people who live here.
We call it caring without limits, and it's just the beginning of a whole new Wilson Health.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement.
We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional.
Back here at Copeland Court here at Bluffton University, and New Bremen really withstanding a big test there, being down 17-11, Michael. They come back, and it was really sloppy early on. A lot of serving errors, a lot of hitting errors that gave Minster a big lead. I mean, Minster, give them credit. They did have some nice kills that first set that gave them that 6-point lead there, but it was very sloppy for a typical New Bremen team, which is ranked number 2 in the state at 22-1. And they really have a chance to really shift the momentum here.
Yeah, but it's funny. I saw one of the coaches today interviewed a while back, and they said, you know, it doesn't really matter what you do in August, what you do in September, when these teams played, when it was 3-1 New Bremen. It's what you do in October, and it's what you do for the span of an hour. You know, you continually win those points that maybe you shouldn't, and each side had that in that first set. You talk about the errors. New Bremen had the 4 service errors. Diana Kramer is about as cool of a customer right now as you can be. When she walked past, you wouldn't know that they nearly lost that first set a couple of times.
Stick to the formula, basically, right?
Keep pressing that 8 button.
Yeah, Macy pretty much putting her team on their back facing set point there, almost losing. We're down 24-23 after that 3-point run, and Diana Heitkamp starts off with an ace, a knuckleball with absolutely 0 spin. And a 1-0 lead here for New Bremen here.
And that's what you always worry about, coming out flat in that next set after you lose one, whether it's 2-1, 1-0, whatever it is.
And gets a hit from the back row, picked up Josie Reinhardt over to Claire Pape. It'll just be brought over by Diana Heitkamp. Free ball here for the Wildcats. They'll call Ivy Wolf's number, and that's long. Minster advocating for a tip. The up and the down judge disagree with Coach Garman.
I didn't see it, and she's right in front of me.
Yeah, I disagree with that too.
I think she just assumed because of how that ball changed direction, somebody on the other side must have gotten it.
Wolf out to the other Wolf, and Ivy puts that one in the net. And this is where Coach Garman, you really got to have your team withstand the trial here.
Yeah, and this is where you're going to find out how much at this point she trusts this group, a kind of a younger group for Minster. But how long do you let that go? You know, maybe you get 5, 6, 7 points like I talked about in set 1, actually the other way. Just try to fight yourself out of it. And Minster much better in the MAC this year too. I mean, 3 and 6 isn't really indicative of how good they were.
Looks like kind of like a, I don't know, like a split V. I don't know what kind of formation that is. Saw it last set. As Dana Pranger tries to get it over, but Macy read that like a safety and gets the block.
Almost a version of a 4-1-1 the way they did it. With just big points continuing to go up for New Bremen.
Heitkamp short serve, well short. And Minster finally gets on the board here in their 5th attempt in the 2nd set here.
And keep in mind, it doesn't look like anything necessarily on paper at 4-1, but that's something that obviously Heitkamp was just trying to see if she could get away with. You can't have that lead into back-to-back mistakes, and that's exactly what just happened here.
Just mishandling the serve there from Caitlin Wolf. Wasn't in the Bremen defense.
One of the keys we talked about the serve-receive game. Each team less than 100 errors and 2,000 combined chances.
Taylor Paul puts it through the block attempt there of Ivy Wolf, and a 5-2 lead there now for Coach Kramer's Cardinals, as you see on our Winter Quality Meets replay.
He just set her up at the net nicely, and from that 10-foot line, they had to make a choice. And again, unfortunately, sometimes the way you respond is the way you'd like it to go.
Picked up there by the Wildcats.
Good back set.
And there's a double hit there on Claire Pape. The Minster fans called it out behind us there, and that's big. I mean, a 6-2 difference, then a 5-3 difference is huge. So,
but again, it's about stringing back-to-back. If you can get within 5-4 here on Wolf's serve, you're going to be a much happier group.
Game of swings for sure. As Avery Wolf looking to get the kill here. It's going to be a long attempt for Paul to get it over with. Will it get over? It just will, and it's going to result in a Cardinal point. What a play. What a swing of events there. That is a definite shot in the dark and a kill from the baseline.
You got to watch out if your coach is in your way. You got to get your coach out of the way to make that one from the dam as they have it on the wall.
Wow, what a play. And a big block there. The 8-ball, Macy put off yet again, another block.
Josie Reinhardt with a finger on it too. Watch how far. This is that previous play we were talking about. I actually applauded this because this is a heck of a play. Look how far behind the line that ball is, up into the air. Physics says that shouldn't be possible.
They lay it on, another block there by the New Bremen front line. And Coach Garman wants a timeout. We'll take one with them. You're watching high school volleyball here on NKTelco Sports.
Toby Plumbing and Heating is your Bryant Factory authorized dealer. We have brought the best of comfort, control, and plumbing services to the St. Mary's area for over 60 years. We have been Reader's Choice winners for the last 4 years running and excel at providing our customers with efficient and reliable heating and air conditioning, as well as responsive service when a plumbing emergency arises. We insist that the products we install in our customers' homes and businesses offer the same performance and value that we expect ourselves. Call today for your next plumbing and heating or air conditioning needs. Bryant, whatever it takes.
And back here on NKTelco Sports, watch this magnificent replay of a play by Taylor Paul there to get the third hit over. Look how far she is.
Look at that. She's nearly down the road in Beaver Dam.
And lucky for her, she gets it right in front of the net, where it's hard to dig out for Minster.
That's crazy. That's one of the best plays I've seen all year. Just a terrific individual effort to not let that go and to just stay with it.
Claire Pape into service. Picked up there by Josie Winter. Quick set over to New Bremen. Reinhardt coming in with the kill, and she'll get it. And I really think that play might be the turn of momentum. And now it's a 6-point swing. You know, it's
the long
game
run
of runs. Play. Yeah.
Yeah, leading, and this is what I was talking about, building in the first set. This is what Minster was able to do. Remember, they had a 5 or 6 point lead.
Josie Winter trying to get in there and blocked again by, guess who, Macy put off.
Heitkamp able to be right there again. They double block it. They've combined for, I believe it's 20 or 30 of those all in the year now.
10-3 Cardinal advantage, and that's a long ball there for Claire Pape. And Minster did have a 6-point lead there in the first set, so we know they can make a run. And so it was a 26-24 Cardinal victory in the first set if you're just joining us. Here at Copeland Court, Emily Stubbs, the senior, back into service. Picked up Diana Heitkamp. They'll go out to Reinhardt, and that finds the line. I would thought everyone in this gym thought that was long, except probably everyone on the New Bremen squad. So
well, see the replay, judge for yourself.
If I was Emily Stubbs, I would have thought that ball would have been long too, but immediately as it sailed over her head, it nosedived. Put off in the net.
One thing I noticed about her, though, is when she does things like that, this time around especially, she doesn't hang her head. She just kind of walked right back up there. Her teammates gave her a high five, little dap, said, yeah, all right, we gave one away. Let's get the next one.
Almost get one back there, but it clips the net. They'll go out Reinhardt, picked up by the libero Stubbs. Minster goes out to Ivy Wolf from the 10-foot line. Pape at the net to Kylie Friend, and she gets herself in the kill category. Kylie Friend, the sophomore, with a big kill.
And that's the key part of that sentence, the sophomore. Look at this replay. Just her attack right behind the line. Just smoked it, and she's going to be a good one the next couple of years for Bremen.
And there's the ace there for New Bremen for Ashton Heitkamp as she gives the sign of the cross and a blessing up to the man above.
So 13-5 now, and back-to-back aces. That one of the Ace Freely variety. This is not going to go well because I don't know a lot of aces.
And a block at the net there. A combination of Friend and Taylor Paul there, and New Bremen clicking on all cylinders with a 14-5 lead on our first National Bank Think First scoreboard of this Grand Lake Health presentation of NKTelco Sports. Heitkamp serve clips the net. Caitlin and Avery Wolf hook up for the kill. Caitlin the assist and Avery the kill.
That's a big point for Minster because they had given away 3 straight, as you see the team up that Brandon's talking about. It's a great setup, and it caught New Bremen sort of off guard as they were all looking the wrong way.
Taylor Paul will get her kill attempt back. It'll go back over to Reinhardt. Picked up there by Josie Winter. We set outside long for Ivy Wolf. Picked up Heitkamp. Heitkamp up to Kylie Friend. And Friend making an impact in this second set after not really calling her name at all.
And that's an interesting play too, because you dump it in front of where Ivy Wolf is. She has to try to keep it away. She doesn't know the libero's behind her. And it falls to the floor.
Ivy Wolf getting rejected at the net there. I believe that was Claire Pape there right at the net. And I have not seen this
Bailey
many
Friend
blocks.
again.
It was Friend, yep.
The 2 of them combined for another block. And what was just 8-3 at that timeout is now 16-6.
So we'll get outside to Ivy Wolf again. Foul at the net, Taylor Paul. Up picked up Emily Stubbs, set out Caitlin Wolf to Ivy. And Ivy finally gets it through the block of Claire Pape for a Wildcat point.
And I don't know that with the score, the way that it is, that Minster's libero and Emily Stubbs, second team MAC this year, up from honorable mention a year ago, is going to get enough credit, but she's kind of keeping her team afloat right now.
Lainey Hemmelgarden in the serve. Go out to Taylor Paul, and he'll get it right past Hemmelgarden. 4 points for the Cardinals. That's number 23, Dana Pranger comes back in.
And here's that replay. Hemmelgarden never saw it.
Blitzed it right past her, and Winter picks it up. Over to Wolf. Wolf gets it over. Here come the Cardinals. They're going to call Paul's number again, and just a variety of hitters there. And an 18-7 New Bremen lead here on our first National Bank Think First scoreboard.
You know, and that's what I talked about in the opening too. You go back and look, honorable mention, second, first team in the MAC for the players on this squad, and they can come at you from anywhere. So it makes them so dangerous. But Heitkamp now with another service error as those continue to grow towards double digits for New Bremen.
She kind of just shakes it off and refocuses, and that's a big thing. Reinhardt long, and Minster's got a little momentum here, piecing back-to-back points.
And I'm shocked they gave that one to Minster. That was definitely out. Usually if the person with the flag has to move, it's going to be called out, as you see that happen on the other end.
Now a 19-9 advantage for just joining us again. It's 26-24 last set. As Paul back into service. Senior will let it fly. Ivy Wolf at the net. Picked up by the Cardinals. Heitkamp will dip low to the floor to Ashton Heitkamp.
Bremen just not panicking right now on any ball that's redirected.
And Macy Putoff getting those wings, as you call it, Michael, up there. And really controlling this game on her own. And when they were down 23-24, she took this team on her back, as you see on our Winter Quality Meets replay.
And again, just look at the front line. She did it by herself that time, but was flanked perfectly on the right and left. And no matter where that ball goes, Bremen's going to be able to have control of it.
Picked up there by Avery Wolf and gets the Wildcats in double-digit scoring. So Bremen now doubling. Wildcats 20-10.
Ivy 142 kills, 40 aces, 243 digs all in the year. Now doing the serve, nearly pulled off the ace in front of Macy Putoff.
Miscommunication by the Cardinals. Free ball for the Wildcats. We're getting their offense. Avery Wolf will come with the kill. 20-11 here. It's Minster somehow trying to make a miracle of a comeback to try to even us up at a set apiece.
And you know, Minster needs a huge run, but even in that set that they just lost 26-24, they never got above 3 in a row.
Josie Winter advocating for a tip. as we look at the replay, and I do believe it was tipped. The back judge there, as Coach Garman advocated for it, and that was a good call.
Fans behind us would have probably started a mob scene if that didn't go that way.
And Ivy Wolf hit it long. It's 21-12.
And I kind of hate to be that way and be the broken record, but that right there is kind of how it's gone for Minster. They fight and they fight and they fight for that point. As you get a look at their crowd, and I'm sure a lot of former volleyball players in that list, but watch and see how this goes. They get that point, they have an error on the next one. New Bremen now gives it back to them. How do you respond and continue to add to cut into this lead?
21-13 here. And Emily Stubbs gets the ball. We have a couple, I call ball cleaners in the corner.
I'm guessing it's the basketball team here.
Yeah, I do believe that is a former Minster player in the corner, Mike Kettner, actually. Ooh. And that ball was smoked. There, Josie Reinhardt, she's got a smile on her face. Just getting that ball past Emily Stubbs.
You know who doesn't is Emily Stubbs. Because not only did it land in bounds, it nearly hit her in the face.
Yeah, she's just happy to have that intact right now. And that would kill out the Cardinals.
So 23-13.
Sky high ball here, dug out by Heitkamp. Almost went out of bounds, picked up, goes to Josie Winter. Took in the back line by Diana Heitkamp. And Mike Kettner, like I said earlier, is the one on the baseline there
in the
of the basketball court in the
sweatshirt.
purple Bluffton sweatshirt. Yeah, they're the Minster Wildcat alum.
There you
He's
see
a
him.
pretty good basketball player.
Shoots a three
From
like
what I
nobody's
remember.
business. Minster gets a point too ever since we started talking about him.
Kylie Friend says, Michael Hearn, I'm going to stop that run there. And you kind of got to look at disgust
Watch
on
this
his face.
replay. It's not a disgust, it's amazement. Watch how beautifully set up this is.
Oh, yeah.
That's one of the most beautiful assists in this entire contest.
Long ball there keeps Minster alive. 24-15.
Wow. That was just the biggest attack by Kaylee Friend that Bremen has had in a while.
Bremen with set point here, looking to go up 2-0, and that ball is long. Keeping Minster alive a little longer. Josie Winter back in service. She lets it fly, picked up by Heitkamp. Over to Pape, over to Friend, and Friend ends the set. 2-0 New Bremen lead here as we'll head to commercial break. You're watching girls high school volleyball on NKTelco Sports.
At Joint Township District Memorial Hospital, your comfort and care is our #1 priority. Our surgical nerve blocks are a great way to reduce pain and can be used for arm, shoulder, hip, knee, ankle, and foot surgeries. The nerve blocks decrease the stress of surgery on your body, requires less anesthesia and pain medications, and in many cases can offer relief for several days. Visit grandlakehealth.org for details on all of our services.
Schwiedemann Pharmacies began serving the people of Auglaize County in 1916 when Urban Schwiedemann purchased the building and business from J.H. Hoffman. The New Bremen location is one of the longest-running pharmacies in the country, with over 110 years of serving its patrons. Since then, 4 more stores have been added: Coldwater, St. Mary's, Minster, and Wapakoneta to round out the group. Our services include prescription refills, home medical equipment, nursing home services, customized compounded medication, vaccinations, and so much more.
Back here at Bluffton University at Copeland Court here, where the New Bremen Cardinals lead the Minster Wildcats 25-16, or winning 26-24, 25-16 in this Grand Lake Health Systems presentation of NKTelco Sports. And really just to flip the script there, New Bremen really controlled that whole second set there after that kind of miracle of a point there from Taylor Paul, that play early in the second set there, Michael.
Yeah, it's just, it gets a star. I mean, towards the end, you get to 24-14 on the hit from Kaylee Friend, and it's a big opportunity for Bremen to come out like they did in set 2, go up 4-0 before they made a mistake. You get those timeouts, and if you're Bremen, you're feeling it. Minster's not playing that bad, though. It's just that balls that they're used to having drop a certain way, when you play New Bremen, they're everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. Very scrappy. Pretty about every analogy or every word you can put in a book about a good aggressive team applies to this Cardinal team in their alternate gray jerseys, which you gotta like.
They're sharp. But it's hard to make a team that doesn't make mistakes
That's
on a
true.
continual basis, at least.
As Caitlin Wolf lets it fly. Good solid serve, just has to be put over by Diana Heitkamp, and immediately called for a double hit. Minster bolts out ahead 1-0 here on our first National Bank Think First scoreboard.
And it worked out well for them in set 1 when they got up 1-0. They ended up getting out to a 6-5 lead during those 9 ties before the play we were just talking about.
And New Bremen gets in their offense. Ball's picked back up by the Cardinals over the Wildcats. Ivy Wolf. What a play there at the net. Wolf just, I don't know why she didn't try to bump it to a teammate there, but bumps it into the crowd.
I think, again, what I talked about is there's a conversation with Ivy Wolf from her head coach that they're getting just a step out of position when they have to chase these balls, and Bremen is making them pay for it.
This is high to Taylor Paul, and New Bremen gets their first lead of this third set.
And again, it's the same thing. They work to the middle. You watch them rotate here, and then the swing. Look at the hole in the middle of the floor.
We saw that multiple times when Kylie Friend got a couple of her kills too. Go outside there. Reinhardt with the screamer ejected back to New Bremen. They'll reset. Picked up by Josie Winter. They'll go outside to Avery Wolf. Picked up by New Bremen. Over to Josie Reinhardt. Ball in the net. That net is shaking.
Taylor Paul had it blocked right back down the line, and it drops in for Minster point.
Ivy Wolf lets it fly. It's over to Claire Pape. Over to Macy Putoff. She takes a little speed off it. We'll call Josie Winter's number. Rejected at the net yet again. I believe it was Macy Putoff. Or actually Claire Pape.
Claire Pape.
Just hands all over the place.
Yeah, that's what Bremen has been so good at, is taking you out of your element.
3-2 lead for the Cardinals. That serve is long. And Renata back up here at 3.
And it's probably a hard thing too, because you get different views of it from the coaching staffs during that last set timeout. Minster pretty much, again, they're not playing poorly. It's just a handful of mistakes or balls that they've been out of sorts a little bit. Bremen's making them pay for it. But Bremen has at times given away their own issues with just either return errors or service errors.
And Macy Putoff yet with another kill. She has really controlled this game, and when New Bremen was facing losing the first set, she's taken over ever since. It's picked up by the Cardinals. Allison Gray's given over Ashton Heitkamp. Battle at the net. That ball is put away. Point New Bremen.
Heitkamp waited for that the whole time at the net. Saw that Dana Pranger was going to have to come forward to make that play, and just blocked her when she got there.
She was just waiting for it to put it away, and the short serve not put over there by Pape. And it's back to 5-4 here on our first National Bank Think First scoreboard.
It's the third time. Diana Heitkamp tried that earlier on. That hasn't worked. Just try to go just inside the pin on that serve. Heitkamp down to the floor to set one out.
Ashton Heitkamp. This ball picked up by Minster. Ivy Wolf from the 14 feet out. He set over to put off here. Picked up there by the Wildcats. Ivy Wolf just hits it over. New Bremen resets the offense. So call Reinhardt's number, and she'll get the kill as the ball goes into the crowd here at Copeland Court. And a 6-4 lead here for the New Bremen Cardinals here on our first National Bank Think First scoreboard as we look at our replay.
See if this comes back. Wolf, right before that, actually just punished one. But it's the same thing you could say up off the fingers of Emily Stubbs.
Put off, calm as a cucumber. Puts it over and set over there by Caitlin Wolf. 6-5 lead here for New Bremen.
That's the play that Wolf just got beat on a couple of points ago. Now she waited at the net for it, kind of when she turned, knew she had an open floor.
By the Cardinals, Josie Reinhardt. Picked up by the Wildcats. It's a free ball here for New Bremen.
It's the softest return we've had all night long.
Ashton Heitkamp gets it over, but back to Minster. Over to Ivy Wolf, blocked at the net. Minster resets, battle at the net. Picked up by the Cardinals. We'll go outside to Reinhardt, who's just going to get it over. Combination block picked up by New Bremen. Over to Ashton Heitkamp, picked up Josie Winter. Outside Caitlin Wolf to Avery Wolf. Picked up Macy Putoff. A long run here. And Kylie Friend, miscommunication. Free ball at the net there for number 23, Dana Prenger. I think Kylie Friend had miscommunication there with the setter. As you look at our replay here, Dana Prenger just taking advantage of the miscommunication, getting that ball in the back line, and we're not at back up again.
That and Heitkamp slipped on the floor.
And a kill there again by Reinhardt. Going to put New Bremen out ahead. 7-6 here on our first National Bank Think First scoreboard.
Minster got back-to-back points to get to even 4 ties, but could not get that third one.
Ashton Heitkamp out to Prenger, battle at the net. Wolf loses it, but it's picked back up by Reinhardt, and Reinhardt puts it away. And Josie Reinhardt now taking over in the third set here.
Poor Emily Stubbs. Worked hard twice, laying on the floor to get that one back out, and then Reinhardt just slams it in front of her.
A long serve there on the Bremen side. Lainey Hemmelgarn coming in to serve.
8-7 New Bremen, just like in set 1 at this point. That's where Minster started to mount their run in set 1.
Hemmelgarn lets it fly. Picked up by Dana Heitkamp. Over to Kylie Friend, and she gets the kill. And it's attempted to be blocked there by Mesher and Wolf.
Well, I guess that you watch this, that Friend is about 5'7".
Yeah.
She jumps out of the gym.
No kidding. Josie Reinhardt, no spin on that serve, and Friend gets a free ball picked up there by Minster. Wolf will quick set it over. Battle at the net, scrum for the ball. Caitlin Wolf tries to hit it over. Picked up by New Bremen. Over to Taylor Paul. Picked up by New Bremen. Over to Ivy Wolf. She spots it, picked up. Nice play there by Reinhardt on the back line. Wolf over to the other Wolf. Ivy puts it away. 3 Wolves on this team, so and Ivy puts it away.
And I just saw Kay McGarman say exactly what I thought. There's about 3 hits right before that video on the replay that Minster thought they had that point as the service error for Caitlin Wolf. But she said exactly what I thought, because I watched her pumped up, and it was, well, we didn't get that one. They ultimately got it a couple of plays later, though.
Heitkamp back into service for New Bremen. And it falls off the net.
It's the oddest play.
But it wasn't 3 hits, though, as Taylor Paul on the attack. Picked up by Minster. Josie Winter will just get it over. Over to Macy Putoff, and she puts it away. 11-8 advantage. The New Bremen Cardinals as they lead 2-0 here on our first National Bank Think First scoreboard.
Should be illegal to be able to jump that high and hit it cross court that well. Dropped it behind the entire Minster defense.
Picked up by Minster. Wolf off the block on the outside, point for the Wildcats. And Kramer just takes that ball and throws it to the ball boy there in the corner.
It's kind of fortuitous for her that she hit it off that block because she was so far to our right inside or almost outside the pin that it would have worked poorly otherwise.
Out to net.
Play by Wolf to keep it alive.
Out to Reinhardt from the 10-foot line. You will not catch up to that, no matter who you are, unless you're standing back that far. And Josie Reinhardt is to see with a big grin on her face. I mean, if you watch that in real time, how do you catch up to that? You just don't. It's a nosedive, the 10-foot line, and she abused Marion Local on that the other week.
It was so fast that my eyes didn't even catch it. She was like Barry Allen on her way by. Hit a flash. Wolf off that block.
And picked up by Winter. Wolf from the 10-foot line, picked up by Josie Reinhardt. Battle at the net. Set there for Caitlin Wolf, and that's a double hit. It's about as clear as you can be, and that was called by the down judge, completely missed by the up judge.
Yeah, she tried to kind of reach inside, and I think the reason why is because he had two gals in front of where he was looking at.
13-9 advantage here on our First National Bank scoreboard there, and there's the long serve there. If you want to criticize New Bremen on anything, it's definitely some sloppy serving here. Is what they really pride themselves on.
Yeah, it's like a special teams play. It'll definitely be something that they'll talk about no matter how this one turns out.
Stubbs' serve is picked up by New Bremen. Over to Macy Putoff, picked up by Emily Stubbs. They're going to go outside to Avery Wolf. Picked up New Bremen over to Ashton Heitkamp. Picked up an Ivy Wolf, hits it over. Long volley here. Reinhardt, 10-foot line, no doubt about it. Reinhardt puts that one away.
It's crazy how well she's able to control that sideline shot off to her right. Bounced it just inside the white line on an entire rotation.
Winner of this game will play in the district finals as Minster picks it up. And picked up by the Cardinals now off Avery Wolf's kill attempt. Back over, Minster will reset their offense. And there's another double hit on Wolf, but the winner will play either Matt Foe, New Knoxville, or Marion, who will be next here in NKTelco Sports. It's Grand Lake Health Production. Should be a good battle again between those two MAC schools.
You feel bad for Wolf too, because the last, I'd say, 3 errors that are going to be charged to her on those double hits, she has just had a mistake of where she's put her body to get a timeout. 16-10 Cardinals here in set 3 on NKTelco Sports.
At CAPT, we use hometown opportunity to make sure that when we have a position open within the facility, it gets put on the website.
We've really been excited to see how that has grown so much over the last several years.
If anyone is looking for a job, it's the best place to go.
We really want to do whatever we can to get folks that are from this community back to this area.
I would recommend any manufacturing company that they take a look at it. It's a very good benefit for companies at no cost.
Back here at Copeland Court here at the University of Bluffton here, and we'd like to thank our sponsors tonight for this game, because without them, as we see Michael and I on the camera, wave to you guys, see us here on Press Row, and we'd like to thank tonight's sponsors, because without them we would not be able to bring you this production. American Trim, Frost Roofing, Hometown Opportunity, Minster Bank, Ply Gem, Precision Strip, Schwederman Pharmacy, New Knoxville Supply, Fowler's TV, Cy Schwederman, Wilson Health, Carriage Works, Kogi Plumbing, Heating, and AC. And always brought to you by Grand Lake Health, our production here.
Scott's having fun running the camera, except for he missed the whole point.
And we missed the whole point there, but we do get the father and the son there, who looks like he's a little tired of watching volleyball.
It's recharging.
Yeah, recharging his batteries there. Ball's hit over Ashton Heitkamp. And that ball will fall just inside the line. Big point for Minster off the block.
I think this is the way that it was back set. It was going to be a disaster of a play because you've got to make now the normal play and kind of a better individual play.
Cardinals go off the attack. Josie Reinhardt gets the kill. What elevation from Reinhardt.
I often hear other people in the state say when they see New Bremen during the tournament, and usually the last couple of years in Dayton, that you don't get a lot of, and you look at Taylor Paul, you look at Josie Reinhardt, and of course Paige Jones, a lot of girls at 6 foot that can hit the way they do on the same team in Division 4.
Yeah, it takes a combination of athletes there. It's a nice kill there by the Wildcats. New Bremen looking to sweep here as they've won the first set 26-24 and last set 25-16. Pape out to Friend, and that is just a little long. Good call there by the back judge. That puts
She's got great eyesight, by the way.
It was a good call. I would have called it out too.
I was just meaning as hard as that ball is hit, the fact that she's got to look sideways to make that call.
Reinhardt gets it in this time for the Cardinals there.
Never mind, I'll do it myself. Good Lord. I think that was more of a, I'm going to do this again, but I'm going to put it just inside you so that there's no dispute about that.
Ball's picked up by Josie Winter and goes under the net for an ace for Ashton Heitkamp.
Kind of an odd play because if you just look at how it goes, Josie Winter couldn't get really down far enough to pop it up, and it didn't make it back to the net.
Kaylee Friend gets the ball up to Caitlin Wolf. Battle at the net. Wolf will hit it in the back, but it's picked up by New Bremen. Here comes Reinhardt, and that's long. 19-15 now. Minster has no choice but to make a run now. Lainey Hemmelgarn looking to serve. The senior looking to make her moment here in tournament play.
And it's much more manageable right now for Minster here in this third set than it was at the same point at 20-10.
Nice serve there by Hemmelgarn. It'll be an ace.
The duo of Reinhardt and Pape sort of didn't have the same idea.
Look here on a winner quality meets replay. Kind of came off the side there.
This right now is just going to be Minster playing with, we don't want to go home.
Set out for Taylor Paul, the senior. Picked up Ivy Wolf.
It's a perfect redirection to Wolf.
As she gets it through the block, attempt to Friend and Reinhardt. And there's another point. Minster back within 2. Lainey Hemmelgarn back into service, the senior. As both schools putting their hands together here.
There are so many things that have to go right on that play for Minster, but it comes off perfectly to Wolf, and she makes the point.
Goes out to Josie Reinhardt. And there's the point. Avery Wolf not in position there. Dana Pranger and Emily Stubbs come back in. Actually, Emily Stubbs will come in instead of Dana Pranger, actually.
Minster lost last year to Bremen in the sectional finals 3-0.
And there it is. Emily Mesher getting it through the block attempt there. 2018.
Trying to keep from going home. Trying to put the smile back on the face of Ella Mesher that she had earlier on.
Excuse me, I called her Emily Ella Mesher.
She's going to be, again, a good one. There are some good ones in the young class. Minster with another point to get within 1. And this is going to be a matchup for years to come.
And Caitlin Wolf with the ace sends us to commercial break. You're watching the tournament high school volleyball here on NKTelco Sports.
At Minster Bank, we understand that life can get hectic. That's why when it comes to your banking, we offer the services that make your life simpler with tools like person-to-person payments, Pop Money, mobile and online banking, and bill pay. But most of all, Minster Bank is a supportive member of your community with personal relationships and customer service that reach outside of our branches. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
Take a good look at the bird's eye view here at Copeland Court here in Bluffton in this district semifinal matchup here in the third set. 2019 lead for New Bremen as they are up 2-0, winning 26-24 and 25-16. Get a little bit of a slow clap here from the New Bremen crowd as Caitlin Wolf looking to tie it up for the Wildcats. Slow serve picked up there. They're going to call Taylor Paul's number. Picked up by the Wildcats. It'll go out to Avery Wolf. Claire Pape, nice set. Outside right, Paul picked up. Long volley. Ivy Wolf at the net. And they're going to award the point to New Bremen.
Going to get a lot of unhappy people wearing orange. By the way, shout out to the Minster football team with their big win last weekend.
Big win indeed, a 1-point win over Marion. New Bremen serve from Diana Heitkamp over to Ella Mesher, and that was, I was surprised they didn't call over the net there.
Some of these plays, I'm surprised they don't come and ask for the replay like this one.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. That's definitely a momentum changer, 22-19. Yeah, Heitkamp picked up. Wolf right in front of the scores table in front of us, gets it to Josie Winters, just gonna get it over. Set Pape out to put off. She can't quite put it away, and the ball just sailed past the top of my skull. And you're moving with your phone.
That's why I moved out of the way.
Timeout, Coach Cammy Garman, and we'll keep it right here. But yeah, you talk about Minster getting that 1-point win. That's a big playoff boost, and they're still sitting at 6th in Region 23. That shows you how loaded that region is. With a big win over Marion.
That's a disturbing region, but you know, you wind down, you get to this point. This is one of my favorite times of the year. The other is in March, where March Madness and everything sort of crashes over with baseball. But you get the winding down of the football season. The tournament is starting for soccer and volleyball, and the atmosphere in here is crazy. This is like a Saturday afternoon or maybe a Thursday night in the MAC right now.
Oh yeah. And it's only going to get better. I mean, you got to think Thursday, you know, whoever wins this and whoever wins New Knoxville Marion Local is going to bring a packed gym, a district final.
I think they should all just travel together.
I would agree.
Get in the back of Scott's van and head on over.
Yeah, Heitkamp. Ball picked up there by Minster. Ellen Mesher with a nice left-handed play. They'll be picked back up by Minster. They'll call Avery Wolf's number, gets through the block. And Minster now reaching the 20 threshold, 23-20. So Minster has played really well these 3 sets. I mean, Minster is not saying die right now, and Ivy Wolf going back into service. Ball's picked up there by Macy Putoff. Over to Taylor Paul from the line. Up to Josie Winter, over to Emily Stubbs. Picked up New Bremen, set over. Picked up to Avery Wolf. Wolf tries to smoke it past, picked up New Bremen. Out to Taylor Paul. Long rally.
Great play by Wolf.
Avery Wolf over to Josie Reinhardt. Pick up to Taylor Paul, and she finally puts it away. And now we got match point for the New Bremen Cardinals, looking to earn their spot in the district finals as we see our winner quality meets replay here, and that ball goes
Look at the left corner and see Diana Kramer, though. She's got no emotion on her face.
Not at all.
Despite the fact that her team at match point.
This is just clockwork for her. Taylor Paul serve, and that goes wide. Minster lists to see another point, 24-21.
And you can see it in that shot there, the Minster bench. And you talked about this earlier on. They are hanging on every point of every set.
Stubbs back into service. The senior looking to extend her career a little longer. It goes short, picked up Cardinals. They're going to call Macy Putoff's number. Hit back to Pape. Pape to Reinhardt, 10-foot line. She puts it away. And the New Bremen Cardinals punch their ticket to a Thursday night date in the district finals with either New Knoxville or Marion Local. We'll head to commercial break. Give you the final wrap-up stats and the player of the game. You're watching girls high school volleyball on NKTelco Sports.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
At First National Bank, we are working hard to make your life a little easier. With products like Card Valet, an app allowing you to control your cards with real-time notifications, transaction restrictions, and spending limits. The ability to access your money through 55,000 all-point ATMs across the country, surcharge-free. Live customer support when you need it. And online and mobile banking, allowing you to gain access to your financial information wherever and whenever you like. First National Bank, making your life a little easier.
Plygem Residential Solutions is part of Cornerstone Building Brands, North America's largest manufacturer of exterior building products, and the success of our company is directly related to the contributions of our employees. We are currently looking for machine operators, maintenance technicians, forklift operators, and more to join our growing team at our facility in Sydney, Ohio. Plygem offers competitive pay, a full benefits package, as well as opportunities for bonus pay and long-term advancement. Become a part of our strong foundation.
CarriageWorks has expanded and now can hold up to 25 cars in our service bay. CarriageWorks thrives on customer satisfaction. We accomplish that by providing top-of-the-line technology. CarriageWorks now uses a laser beam system to measure down to the millimeter of factory specs to better service you and get you back on the road. CarriageWorks has a brand new top-of-the-line paint booth that uses waterborne paint. There's no job too big or too small for CarriageWorks. We are certified collision specialists. Come in and see us today.
Here's the thing. If you're the kind of guy who eats, sleeps, and breathes farming, who gets up at dawn, determined to get the best crop and the best yield, why surrender to the mercy of the water table? Cy Schwieterman Incorporated can lower your water table to an average of 2 to 3 feet below the surface, allowing you to grow stronger, healthier plants that root deeper, that are more resilient to the elements, that enable longer growing seasons, and can produce higher results in the fields and in your pocket. Trust CSI, your drainage experts since 1946.
Take your game day party to the next level with a new TV and Sonos sound system from Fowler's TV in St. Mary's. A Sonos system takes the action into every room of your home and outdoors. Break your home into zones and control the content and level right from your phone or tablet, enabling you to enjoy the game or not with the touch of a finger. Add a security camera system connected to your TV from Fowler's and never leave another friend stuck outside in the cold. Fowler's TV, taking game day to the next level.
As you look at the live shot here of me and Michael Hearn, as the New Bremen Cardinals there, the #1 seed in the district here up at Bluffton University, winning 26-24, 25-16, and 25-21. That's a little wrong there on the graphic, but ultimately Minster played a good game. New Bremen kind of just prevailed overall talent-wise, and gets a date in the district finals for the 4th straight year, vying for their 4th straight district title. And the success continues for Diana Kramer as her squad moves to 23-1.
Well, we talked about being aggressive for Minster in the keys of the game earlier on, and they were. They led 24-23 in set 1. Unfortunately, just couldn't finish it off. Lost 26-24. Had a handful of big plays. Went on that run in the second set just too much. They were down by 10 midway through as you look at some of these highlights. And I'm telling you, from courtside, these balls are smoked. And the last one, Minster started out with the first point in 2 of the 3 sets. Just could not hold off the relentless attack from New Bremen. That big front line, we talked about their ability to hit the ball anywhere in this gym. And credit to both teams, but New Bremen figures out a way. Their communication is the key, and they were able to pick up this win.
Yeah, and they're definitely led by their senior leader of the future, Indiana Purdue Fort Wayne commit, our player of the game, Macy Putoff.
Yeah, she's got a heck of a career in front of her, and you see throughout the course of this game, she was a difference maker. And really credit Kaylee Friend, too, because she had a terrific game at the net, and both teams, one of them could only end up happy, as there's a happy group in front of us here for game 2.
Yep, and New Bremen will either play New Knoxville or Marion Local in the district finals here Thursday at Copeland Court here. So that'll do it for this broadcast. We'd like to thank our director, Bryce Hamrick, assisted by Patrick Tuller. On camera, Scott Robinson and Mark Fissel. And for Michael Hearn, I'm Brandon Coverman. For the final time, New Bremen sweeps Minster 3-0 here in the district semifinals here at Bluffton University. I'd like to say good night, everyone.